Good afternoon, guys. Today we have discussed about the numerical problems of the sliding contact bearing. In the previous lecture, we have covered overall theory, related theory, and the experimental design procedure of the sliding contact bearing. Now come to the numerical problem. First, we have to take the design data book, and if you don't have design data book in this time, you can see the table, which is the most important table for designing the sliding contact bearings. In this table, the machinery bearing, maximum bearing pressure, absolute viscosity, and C by D ratio and L by D ratio is given for the various types of machinery which are used in your design problems. Now come to the first problem. We have taken a problem to design a journal bearing. Generally, there are two types of problem you can find in the sliding contact bearing. First one is to design a journal bearing, and second one, either you may to calculate some values like coefficient of friction, artificial cooling, mass of artificial cooling, and other things. Now, the first problem is I have taken related to the design of journal bearing. The problem is design a journal bearing for a centrifugal from the following data. Load on the journal is given, it is 20,000 Newton. Speed of the journal, RPM is given 900. Type of SI oil, synthetic oil is given SI 10, and for which the value of Z, absolute viscosity, is at 55 degrees centigrade. It is ambient temperature, it is equal to 0.017 kilogram per meter second, and the ambient temperature of oil is equal to 15.5 degrees centigrade. Maximum bearing pressure for the pump is 1.5 Newton per mm square. We have also calculated the mass of the lubricating oil required for the artificial cooling if the temperature of the oil be limited to 10 degrees centigrade, and heat dissipation coefficient is given 1232 watt per meter square degree centigrade. So, in this problem we have seen that the diameter of the shaft or the journal is not given. So, first of all we have to choose a shaft diameter for which the value of bearing pressure should be safe. So in this problem we have taken the diameter of the journal D is as 100 mm, and from the design data book, from this book, this table, we have taken the L by D ratio for the problem is related to the centrifugal pump. Here in the second part you have seen on the fourth line centrifugal pump, the L by D ratio is varies between 1 to 2. In the third value of L by D, 1 to 2 for centrifugal pumps. So, design data book, we have taken a suitable value of L by D. It is varies between 1 by 2. So here we have taken is L by T is 1 by 1.6. You can take any value between 1 and 2. We have taken nearly in the middle range, so it is 1.6. So diameter is 100 mm and L by D is 1.6. So we have to calculate the length of the bearing is 160 mm. Now this diameter value and the length of the bearing is safe or not, we have to calculate by the equation of bearing pressure. P calculated as W upon L into D, and its value is coming 1.25. So the bearing pressure given in the question is 1.5 Newton per mm square, and we have calculated the bearing pressure is 1.25 Newton per mm square. So that the the calculated value is lower than the bearing pressure given in the value 1.5 Newton per mm square. Therefore, we can say that the design is same and the bearing pressure is 1.25 is safe value, and the L by L and D which we have taken for the study purpose is now taken for the further calculations. So next step is to calculate the Zn by P with the bearing characteristic number Zn by P, and from the given values of the given values in the question, you have calculated Z is 0.17, RPM 900, and pressure we have just calculated 1.25, and it is 12.25. Now we have to compare this Zn by P value with the value given in the design data book. So again come to the table, second table for centrifugal pump, here you can see that the value of Zn by P in the fifth column, Zn by P for the centrifugal pump is 28, and we have calculated the value of Zn by P is 12.4. Now if you remember that we have shown a graph to calculate the bearing modulus Zn by P and the value of K Zn by P, and we have to compare that value here. So the minimum value of bearing modulus at which the oil film will break is given by 3K is equal to Zn by P. We have taken the 3 times of bearing modulus for the minimum oil thickness. If we are going lower than this value, the oil film will break, and the bearing modulus here calculated K is equal to 1 by 3 Zn by P, and its value is 9.33. So what we observe that the bearing characteristic number which we have calculated is 12.24, and it is greater than the value of K, that is 9.33. So we are moving forward direction. If you remember, the point K is the bearing modulus. We are above the point K value, so that our operation is considered under the hydrodynamic condition. Now the next step is to calculate the clearance ratio. Again we come to the table. Here you can see for the centrifugal pump the value of C by D is 0.0013. In the sixth column, third value 0.0013. So in this question we have taken the same value, C by D is equal to 0.0013. Next step is to calculate the coefficient of friction. The formula is given, mu is equal to 33 upon 10 power 8 Zn by P D by C plus K. K is the clearance, and its value is taken as 0.002. So after calculation we find the coefficient of friction mu is equal to 0.0051. Now calculating all the values, we have to calculate the heat generated and heat dissipated. The first step is to calculate the heat generated. Qg is equal to mu Wv, and it is equal to mu into W, and V is the rubbing velocity pi dn upon 60. So after calculation of heat generated, it is 480.7 watt, and the heat dissipated Qd equation is C into A Tb minus Ta, where Tb minus Ta is equal to 1 by 2 T naught minus Ta, and its value T naught is the oil temperature 55 degrees given, and Ta is the ambient temperature 15.5 is given. So we have calculated Qd is equal to 389.3 watt. Here the value of C is already given in the question. It's a 1232 watt per meter square. Heat dissipation coefficient 1232 watt per meter square degree centigrade. So the value is given of C. So we calculate Qd is equal to 389.3. So what we observe, the two values of heat, first one is the heat generated and second one is the heat dissipated. So we observe that the total heat generated is greater than the heat dissipated. In this case, the bearing is going to be warm up. So we have needed the artificial cooling to dissipate the extra amount of heat which creates the warming up of bearing. So the amount of artificial cooling required is equal to heat generated minus heat dissipated, Qg minus Qd, and it is value is 480.7 heat generated and heat dissipated 389.3. The difference is 91.4 watt. So we have to cool this 91.4 watt of heat. We have to dissipate this 91.4 watt of heat from the bearing, so that the bearing is going to be the normal condition. So the mass of the lubricating oil required for the artificial cooling, we know the equation Q is equal to ms delta T, and here m is taken as the mass of the lubricating oil required for artificial cooling, and S is the specific heat of the oil. The oil is given as SI10 from the design data book. You can take the value of specific heat of the oil. Its value varies between 1840 to 2100 joule per kg degree centigrade. Here we have taken the value is 1900 joule per kg per degree centigrade. You can choose any value between the given range. So the Q formula Q is equal to its M, it is unknown, 1900 into 10. 10 is the delta T, it is the temperature difference. So 10 degrees centigrade is given in the question. So by equating the amount of artificial cooling to this amount of heat, we obtained 19,000 M is equal to 91.4, or we can say M is equal to 0.0048 kg per second, or it is equal to 0.288 kg per minute. So the amount of cooling 0.288 kilogram per minute is of synthetic oil is required for the cooling of the journal bearing, sliding contact journal bearing, to come up in the normal condition. So this is the complete problem. Here in the design procedure, what we have done, we have taken the value of L, value of D, check the value of L and D by bearing pressure P. After that, calculating the value of Zn by P, and check this value of Zn by P by the given value of design data book, and it is lower if the calculated value of Zn by P is greater than the given value of design data book, then the Zn by P of design data book is taken for the study purpose, calculation purpose. After that, we have cross-checked the bearing modulus, we have cross-checked with the bearing modulus K to identify whether the general condition is hydrodynamic or in the hydrostatic. Coefficient of friction calculated, heat generated and heat dissipated is calculated, amount of heat is calculated, which are required to be cooled, and in the last, the mass of the lubricating oil is calculated for the artificial cooling. Here is the complete problem. Now come to the second problem. Here this problem is the simplest way as compared to the first one. A full journal bearing of 50 mm diameter and 100 mm long has a bearing pressure of 1.4 Newton per mm square. Speed of the journal is given as 900 rpm, and the ratio of the journal diameter to the journal clearance, it means D by C, is given is 1000. The bearing is lubricated with oil whose absolute viscosity at the temperature of 75 degrees centigrade. Z is given at 75 degrees centigrade, may be taken as 0.011 kilogram per meter second. The room temperature is 35 degrees centigrade. We have to calculate the amount of artificial cooling, mass M, and the amount of artificial cooling and the mass of the lubricating oil required. Here the value, the difference between the outlet and the inlet temperature is 10 degrees centigrade, and the specific heat of the oil is 1850 joule per kg per degree centigrade. So we have here the problem is not concerned to the design. We have to calculate the two values. First one is the amount of artificial cooling, and second one is the mass of the lubricating oil. All the required data is already given. Is length is given, diameter is given, diameter upon C, D upon C ratio is given, pressure is given, RPM is given. So we have directly calculated the coefficient of friction in this condition by the equation mu is equal to 33 upon 10 power 8 Zn by P D by C plus K. K is the clearance and its value is taken as 0.002. Now the mu is 0.00433. Second step is to calculate the load on the bearing. W is equal to P into DL. DL is the projected area. 1.4 into 50 into 100, 7000 Newton. 50 is the diameter and L is given as 100. Now rubbing velocity V is equal to pi dn by 60, and its value pi into 0.05 into 900 upon 60 is equal to 2.36 meter per second. Okay. Now The next equation is heat generated Qg. We have calculated Qg is equal to mu Wv. Mu we have already calculated 0.00433, W 7000 and V is 2.36. So the amount of heat generated is 71.5 joule per second. Now the temperature of the bearing surface is calculated. Let Tb is the temperature of the bearing surface, and there is a formula for calculate the bearing temperature. Tb minus Ta is equal to 1 by 2 T naught minus Ta. 1 by 2 T naught is 75 oil temperature minus ambient temperature, room temperature 35 is given, it is equal to 20 degrees centigrade. Now the heat dissipation coefficient is not given in this question. We have a range of 140 to 420 watt per meter square degree centigrade from the design data book, and we have chosen a one value. C is equal to 280 watt per meter square degree centigrade. You can choose any value between 140 to 420. Heat dissipation calculated Qd is equal to Ca Tb minus Ta. A is the L into D. Now here the L and D value will be given, will be taken in the meter, because we have to calculate amount of heat in the joule per second or watt. So Qd calculated is 28 joule per second. The amount of artificial cooling is, we have calculated 71.5 minus 28, it is equal to 43.5 joule per second or watt. The first answer is completed. The second one is to calculate the mass of the lubricating oil required in kilogram per second, and the equation Q is equal to ms delta T. M is unknown and S is given in the question 1850, and temperature difference T is already given 10 degrees centigrade. So the total amount of heat, total amount required for the artificial cooling M is calculated as 0.00386 kg per second, or we can say 0.23 kilogram per minute. So in the sliding contact bearing, the mostly problem you have find the most problem related to the amount of heat generated, heat dissipation, and to calculate the mass of the lubricating oil. And the other problems you can also take, you can also find some other problem related to the calculation of coefficient of friction, calculation of Sommerfeld number, calculation of bearing characteristic number, bearing modulus, and all the things. But it is the complete problem in which all the conditions are already taken, which has been covered in the theory lectures and design procedure. So these two problems are sufficient, I think, and here we are completing my lecture, and thank you very much for carefully listening the lecture. Thank you.